Alright, what is the vertex form of the quadratic? Okay, so vertex form of the quadratic. It's y equals to a x minus p squared plus q. Okay, quadratic vertex form. Okay, now the first thing we can do is say, okay, well, the vertex form can be found by using completing the square. Alright, so it can be found by completing the square. What does that mean? It means that you transform an equation from ax squared plus bx plus c into a times x minus p squared plus q. Alright, and there are certain steps involved in doing that. The next thing is, if you're given a vertex, where can you get the vertex from? So if y is equal to a x minus p squared plus q, then what we have is the vertex will be p and q, the coordinate p and q. The next thing is, what is a vertex? Right? So what is a vertex? Critical question here. So the vertex is also known as your turning point. And it can be a maximum if the shape of the graph goes this way, when the a value is less than 0. There's the a value there. And it can be a minimum when the a value is greater than 0. In other words, negative or positive. If it's 0, then it's just a flat line. And when it has a maximum or a minimum, then you'll end up with this, what is known as a vertex, like that. And so that vertex is your turning point, which you can get from your equation. So an example, y equals to 2x minus 1 squared plus 4 will have a vertex or turning point at 1 and 4. And what you'll notice is that that sign, the x value over here, is always the opposite sign, opposite in sign, and the y value is the same sign. This one is the opposite of negative is positive, and the same sign as positive is positive. In particular, this equation will also have an a value which is positive. So it will be a smiley face, which means that the vertex 1, 4 will be a minimum in this case. When it comes to the vertex form, you can solve for unknown values. And an example is, let's say you are given y is equal to 2x minus 4 squared plus 3. X is equal to, let's say, 5. Find y. Here, we just substitute directly in. And we put x equals to 5 minus 4, which is 1. By the way, squared is 1. 1 times 2 is 2. 2 plus 3 is 5. So at the point 5, the y coordinate will be 5 as well. The next thing, if, let's suppose my y value is given, and it's 2, and the equation is given as y is equal to 3x minus 1 squared plus 1, and we have to find x in this case, then that 2 is going to go in there, leaving me with 2 equals 3, x minus 1 squared plus 1, and now we subtract 1 on both sides. We get 1 equals 3 x minus 1 squared. We then divide by 3 on both sides. And so therefore we get 1 over 3 is equal to x minus 1 squared. We then square root both sides. Don't forget to put plus minus. And from here, if I can continue here at the bottom, I will have plus minus the square root of 1/3 is equal to x minus 1. I would then take that 1, move it over, it becomes 1 plus minus the square root of 1/3, which comes to x over here. And that is going to be my x value over there. All right. Solving for x in quadratics given y, solving for y given x. All right, that's the general form of this. Okay, just a quick summary.